Prince story. Yo, welcome to E.G.A.P.S, episode 1. I've been conflicted in what I should talk about. At first I said, well, maybe I should talk about the last time I saw Prince in New Zealand, which happened to be 3 years ago. And that was an amazing show, and it really put in perspective a lot. But then that got me thinking about Pam. And Pam is, of course, the piano and microphone from Paisley Park, January 21st, 2016, which also made 3 years. I've just been following along, and it seems that everything that happened after 2016 is sort of a blur, because the piano and microphone was such an incredible time, but it also left a lot of room for introspection, so to speak. And seeing that Prince shared so much of his life during this time and really giving us a very intimate show, speaking about some of the things he was feeling, talking about his father, giving us a lot of symbolism when you look at the moon, and you can just see him really talking about a lot of things he at one time didn't speak about so much. He dedicated the tour to his father, and just being at the first piano and microphone show. Those that went to that show know what I mean when I say it was very full on. I feel like ultimately Prince's passing sort of completed the cycle, so to speak. Now, I truly believe that Prince always has something else to offer. It's like he said, and feel good, feel better, feel wonderful.
You try to do me like my good brother Steve, but I got another funky trick up my sleeve.
I think Prince always could have given us something new, because he was so big on simply transcending and going beyond. And when you look at Third Eye Girl and just kind of how that evolved to the jazz band he had with Mono Neon and Donna, Kirk, Adrian, you just see him always interested in going forward. Every year was something different. He always had this ability to just surprise with something new. It all just seemed to come together. And thinking about all of the things that we were left with, we have a lot of reason to want more. It always seems like Prince fans have this insatiable hunger for more because we're so used to getting it. Prince recorded so much of his life, and the fact that a lot of it is in the vault, it just desperately begs and behooves Prince fans, like, where is the music? That's what we want. We want the music. And also, it would be amazing to see the piano and microphone on Netflix. There's a lot going on in the Prince community, and I've had the time to look at some of the conversations, and I see, again, there's just a need, there's an interest for something new. And I think a lot of us can say the Netflix documentary is probably the most anticipated new release that the estate could muster. And seeing that that's almost coming out really excites me, because maybe we'll get an insight on just a piece of what Prince shared. I mean, there's so much, and I think all of us are just looking for something more, but I really didn't know how to talk about one thing in particular, because there's just so much. And I think when we focus on what's left behind, and I'm always talking about picking up the pieces, and what I mean by that is just looking at Prince as an artist and seeing some of the things he was saying. He always had a message, and he was true when he said that time on Tavis Smiley, I can't be played. People that play me play themselves. I feel like Prince was just clearly ahead of the game. He knew what was coming next, and in that sense, he kept us informed. When I think also about the piano microphone, I think of his afro. Because he started out with the afro and he left on an afro. These are things that are not just done randomly. There's a meaning behind it. And I remember when he had the afro, a lot of people didn't like it. People just thought it was weird, which to me, if anything, revealed the anti-blackness in the Prince community that I tend to see sometimes. So if anything, there's a lot of revelation in just listening to the song Revelation on Phase 2. Even when you listen to the last single he released, Free Yourself, and I think about that song and how amazing it was to see that in New Zealand. Everybody was just so happy. And to think that that was the last time I saw him live, and it was the first time he had ever even gone to New Zealand. So there was just a lot of new energy, a lot of anticipation, and it was met with a satisfying delivery of funk. I mean, it was a incredible experience, a very great show, and I feel blessed to be a part of that. When I look at where I am in the Prince story, I say, wow, I got to see the last few years of his life here. It doesn't matter if you started at the beginning or in the middle or even at the end. Prince shared all of his life. And when you just think of the first lyric, I always say, from his first song, he said, all of this and more is for you. With love, sincerity, and deepest care, my life with you, I share. So it's my hope that we can look at it all and even explore what we missed in the process of getting new releases from the estate. It's my hope that the Ava DuVernay documentary will do justice. So I do plan on talking about the many ways we can do the work, who's willing to do the work. And by that work, I just mean work on yourself, because that's usually how it goes anyway, right? Free yourself and save a place for me. It's the work that will definitely pay off. So I guess my next episode, I'm going to talk about my last meeting with Prince, and I guess I'll answer some questions you might have. I didn't talk in detail about this, but I did do an interview with Michael Dean. Shout out to Michael Dean, Working Like a Job podcast, the Prince podcast Juice, and everybody who's doing their own thing. I guess there are a lot of people, a lot of newer people, but Michael Dean's been doing work for a minute, and I appreciate him. Alongside with Night Child, Peach and Black, The Purple Underground. See, when I start naming names, I forget people. But everybody who's doing the work from the heart, I do give you my love and respect, because it all counts. So if I missed your name, don't worry about it. Hopefully we can link up soon as well and maybe record and share some of our stories here. I plan on this podcast to really expand into something of just conversation and general funk, a lot of laughs and a lot of reminders that the music really gave us all we needed. So that's going to come in the process. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to let me know. Again, a big thank you to everyone who's been a part of this whole journey. We are the generation to really carry it forward, move it forward in the best way possible. And I think we can do that with a lot of funk, a lot of dancing, sweating, and support. Because we in this together. We all got to do this thing. So thank you for listening, and hope to hear from you guys soon. And remember,